How many people are getting fed up of buying the same movie on DVD just because there's a new release of it? I'm getting fed up with it. You know, you got your standard release, then you have your 2-disc collector's edition. You know, that's cool, okay. Then you have your ultimate edition. Then you have your version you've never seen edition. Then you know, I'm getting fed up with buying the same movie over and over again. 20th anniversary edition with like one little extra interview on it. You know, George Lucas is guiltier than anybody with that. I'm so tired of buying Star Wars, it's driving me crazy now. So, I mean, George Lucas can kiss my ass. I can just see him there in the boardroom talking about it. You know, we're going to add like another 5 seconds where we show a quick scene of Skywalker and Leia doing it before they know that they're brother and sister. That'll make us millions. You know, people will go out and buy it, you know. You ain't going to get my money, pal. I don't care. Yeah, so a couple weekends ago I had to get my car fixed at Pep Boys, which is only about, you know, about a mile down the road. So I was walking home, figured I'd pick it up in the morning. So I'm walking home, I passed by some bushes right off the side of the highway, and I see what looks like a body wrapped up in a camping bag, or, you know, like a sleeping bag, very tightly, you know, almost like mummified, you know, and the feet were kind of sticking out towards me. You can tell there were 2 feet sticking up. And I'm like, had to do a double take, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I'm like, hello? I don't hear anything. I'm like, oh my God, I might have found a dead body. I'm getting excited now. I'm thinking, you know, I'll be a local hero finding this body that's been dumped in these bushes. So I talked to him for a couple minutes and no answer. So then I get curious. I start like touching the feet and grabbing, and I start feeling toes, like bare toes in there. And I'm like, oh boy, we got a body here. So, you know, I break out the cell phone and I do 911, and I'm like, you know, yeah, I think I found a dead body here off the side of the road, you know. So the woman, she's just, you know, well, really, where are you? And I tell her the road and everything. She's, okay, well, we'll dispatch a driver out. Well, while we're talking, I start hearing out of the bushes, I'm not dead! I'm not dead! Oh, shit. I look in there and I'm like, yeah? I said, I'm sorry. He's not dead. She's like, what? You know, are you sure? Is he okay? I'm like, hang on a second. Sir, are you okay? Get the fuck away from me! I felt like an asshole. The woman on the other line, she's laughing at me. I said, he's okay. She's like, well, I'm going to dispatch an officer anyway. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be here. I'm heading off. So that was, you know, my 5 seconds of like thinking I found a dead body, and it was a bum. And then further in the looking in the bushes, there was a half-drunk bottle of Ripple and a couple of Wendy's soda cups. So, I don't know. I can't win. I got epididymitis from banging my blow-up doll Tia. Epididymitis, for those of you who don't know, is a bacterial infection in the sperm ducts. It's caused by a lot of things, most commonly by STDs. Apparently, my blow-up doll just wasn't clean down there, and I'm tired of spending money on Massengill and Summer's Eve. We have a good relationship, she and I. You know, I'm into inflatable women, I admit, and you know, I at some point after I healed up, I found out that I had knocked her up. And it's difficult because I'll have people come over and I have to tell them not to sit on the couch because they think they're little balloons there on next to the pillows. And I'm like, that's my kids. Don't sit there. Well, I guess I'll end off tonight with just a couple of impressions. Well, I mean, they're not that good, but impressions usually go over pretty well, and I thought I'd give it a shot here. So here's just, I like to recite movie lines, and when I do, I almost feel like I get in their character, you know. So let me start with, I guess I'll do Nicholson from The Shining during that bar scene with Lloyd, you know, where he does that. Hi, Lloyd. A little slow tonight, isn't it? I just happen to have 2 20s and 2 10s right here in my wallet. I was afraid they were going to be there till next April. So here's what. You pour me a little bottle of bourbon, a glass of ice. You can do that, can't you, Lloyd? You're not too busy, are you? I did hurt him once, okay? It was an accident. Completely unintentional. Could have happened to anybody. And it was 3 goddamn years ago! You little fucker throwing all my papers everywhere. All I do is try to pull them up. Momentary loss of muscular coordination. A few extra foot-pounds of pressure per second. All right, this is my Arnold impression. It's usually the wackier Arnold. It's nothing serious. It's usually where he's acting like overacting. You know, like Last Action Hero. You know, like the part with, "You just solved the crime. All the years of forensics and everything I studied, all I had to do is come here with you and point my finger at the house and say, the bad guys are in there." Or like the part where he says, "You're the comic relief. You don't have to shout, I'm right here. Now I'm the governor of California." Anybody like Family Guy? Let me see if I can do a couple Family Guy characters.
Oh, that's right, cry for Stewie. I wanted to see the dog cry. Life wasn't what you thought it would be. Oh, Rupert, I had such great plans for us in life. Giggity, giggity. I never did it with a Mexican chick. Ole.
Oh, Peter, you're what the Spaniards call El Terrible. Alright, let's try a couple South Park characters. I grew up with South Park. Mr. Garrison. Okay, children, that's enough tomfooleries for this evening. Alright, it's time to bob for stupid apples. That's right, baby. Use them mouth muscles like them women in Beijing. And who can forget?
Drugs are bad. Okay. Drugs are bad. And alcohol is bad. Okay. And sex, well, sex is good. You can have sex.
You know, I wanted to do Sean Connery, but the only Connery I'm really good at is doing Daryl Hammond's Sean Connery from the Saturday Night Live Celebrity Jeopardies. Remember those? I mean, those are hysterical. And he did the perfect Sean Connery. I wouldn't even try to outdo that. But, you know, the whole, like, you know, "I'll take George for 400. Like, you know. "I've got to ask you about the penis media." You know, remember that? Remember that? It's good stuff. Yeah, this is the sound a doggy makes. Moo. Well, that's the sound your mother made last night. Regis Philbin was one I found out that after watching enough Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I found out, you know, I could sit there and go, you know,
"This is Regis Philbin. We're going for $500,000. And here's the question. You know, put these following urologists in the order of their births, starting with the first." You got it for $32,000.
You know, I was trying to like do a spin-off, like on like another show, like, you know,
Who wants to be a derriere?
how about Alan Ruck? My great, I mean, he's come a long way as a character actor, but I tell you, man, when I every time I watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, he is the shit in that movie, right? I mean, just that isolated part in the like early part of the film where he's playing Sloane's father, Mr. Peterson, you know.
Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sakes. A family member dies, and you insult me. What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
It's brilliant.
Call me sir, God damn it.
Brilliant, brilliant. And jumping over to cartoons again, you have Bugs Bunny.
Oh, brother, what a maroon. What a Tara-Goondier.
Oh, that Earth creature is storing the Iridium Q-37 explosive space modulator.
You've been eating onions.
Well, you're gonna be eating lead. Mel Blanc. Come on, give it up for Mel Blanc. And then you got Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. The biggest pot-headed cartoon character ever made. Zoinks! Like, check out that crazy scarecrow. Casey Kasem. It's funny to hear him doing Scooby-Doo in the, you know, 1969, 1970, and then hear him going like, "On with the countdown." And finally,
Skinny guys, I'm giving you.
thank you. Thanks. My attempt tonight to just be funny. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.